Have y'all ever felt like you just are too aware of what is going on around you? Like life is unfolding or has been unfolding right before your eyes, and you start to become so much more aware of what is actually going on around us. And it also allows you to see that there are a lot of people who are not aware of what's going on. Like they're just completely, they're like in a state of sleep, and they can't seem to think past material things and money. And don't get me wrong, money, pays bills and all of that stuff, right? It helps you to survive. But at the same time, you have to think about there's countries out there where people are living extremely happy and have very little. I always like to talk about Thailand because they're called the land of smiles. And when I went there, I was there for about close to 2 weeks. Everyone was just so sweet. I loved it there. But comparing them to what we have here in the States, it's like they work for pennies. They have very little, and yet the energy is just completely positive. It's so different. I don't know what it is about here, in the States, but it has caused me to be like, really, I don't want to be around people anymore. um, have you ever tried to force a conversation with somebody that you don't connect with? There's just zero connection, but you still try to force a conversation. It becomes very awkward, right? That's kind of how it feels. It's like I am trying to force these conversations with people who just don't connect. Like, and I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking because y'all are, I'm finding my tribe, but I'm talking about here in the world, that, here where I am, and going to the grocery store and going to the public library, going to, different places that are in my area, right? And the people that are around, it's it almost just seems like, or even just meeting new people, whatever it is, it's like they're in this state of like sleep. And if you try to have conversations with them that are on a deeper level, they don't understand you. There's just this disconnect. It's like trying to find the radio station that you're looking for, and all you hear is just static. And that person is not the station that you're looking for. It's just complete static. All they hear is static from you, and all you hear is static from them. And there's just no connection. And it's just like you're trying to force, you know what I'm saying? Like you're trying to listen really hard, but it's just not there. And that's what it feels like. It just, I don't know what it is, but it has caused me to really just kind of not really want to deal with people. And it's not good, because we were made to fellowship. We were made to network and to help people and to love people and to be around people. And it's what you want, right? But there's a problem when that's what you want and it's not what other people want. A lot of people are focused on themselves. How can they get ahead? How can they obtain the material things that they want? How can they get the bigger house? How can they get the better car? How can they get the better clothes, the shoes? How can they come off, how can they better their image to come off as a very important person in life, just, and it's like, what is the goal? What's the end goal? Like what goal are you trying to accomplish? Because when you keep trying to obtain more and more and more, when you do get it, it's still not going to be enough. You're going to want more and more and more. And you have like people that they'll get like money. They'll come, into getting a certain, like tax time, right? Some people will get their taxes and it's a large lump sum. And what's the first thing they do? They blow it. Like now I'm not trying to say like, I'm not trying to tell you what to do with your money. You can definitely do whatever you want with your money, but nobody is like thinking on a deeper level on where where the money can take you, how to utilize that money. You know what I'm saying? And using it as a vehicle to get you from A to B. I don't know, maybe I'm just rambling, but it's not just like money. It's like people are so, they're focused on the wrong stuff. It just seems like they're focused on the wrong stuff and are shocked and surprised when you, who has been highly aware of what's been going on or what is going on or how life is unfolding, that when you catch on to patterns and you're able to predict things, and they're like, how did you know? And it's like, well, it's kind of like, it's kind of obvious. And they're just like, I don't see it, because your eyes are not opened, because you are still asleep. you know, and it just makes me feel like you want to be around people, but you don't want to force connections. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to like force connections to happen. If they're not going to happen, they're not going to happen. But it just makes you realize how many people are still asleep. Like the majority of the masses, is that even right to say? Like the amount of people that are still asleep is crazy. And it does start to feel like you're alone on an island, you know? And I mean, for the most part, I'm okay with it. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's kind of like, well, I do want to talk to people about certain things, you know what I'm saying? But they're too afraid. They don't want to talk about it. It's like opening up a Pandora's box or something like that. They're just like, if you open it, it's going to let out demons, or it's going to let out, something that, and like, look, first of all, my God is greater. But second, like, we're just discussing. It's a discussion, like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Let me know. How do y'all feel? Like, do y'all ever feel like you just don't want to people anymore? I know there's a lot of people that say that, but like, what is the reason for y'all? Like, is it because you feel like there's a lack of connection and communication, or just, you're just sick and tired of people, or because yes, I've been hurt. I've been hurt in the past, but that doesn't stop me from wanting to meet new people, right? But what I do realize is that if I do meet new people, they tend to stand off from, or back up from the conversations that I'm willing to have. And it's like, okay, I get it. Maybe it's like too soon for a conversation this deep, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, it's 2025. Like, apparently there are car-sized UFOs flying around over the clouds that we claim to be clouds. I mean, like, I don't know. But yeah, like, can we just start? I don't know. Have y'all ever seen this movie called They Live? It's an old movie, and it talks about, it's this guy that he puts these glasses on, and when he puts the glasses on, he can see there's regular humans, and then there's people that are pretending to be human, but they're really like aliens, right? I think it's like sci-fi, but they're pretending to be aliens. And then he takes the glasses off, and everybody's just normal, and they're walking around like he's in a busy street or whatever, New York, something like that. And he puts the glasses back on, and half the people are still human, the other half are aliens. So he's like, oh my God. So he puts the glasses back on, and he's reading the signs, like the billboard signs and the signs that is in front of the stores and stuff. And some of them are regular, but some of them say like obey, like they have subliminal messaging in the wording, right? And so he takes the glasses back off, and it looks normal. Street signs, everything looks normal, billboards. He puts the glasses back on, and it's the subliminal messaging in them again, right? So he's trying to tell his longtime friend, I think they were like in the military or something like that. He's trying to tell his friend about these glasses. And it had to be a 3 to 5 minute, maybe even longer, like 10-minute scene in the movie where they are physically fighting in the alley, because he is trying to put the glasses on his friend so his friend can see, and his friend refuses to wear them. His friend does not want to put, and it almost seems like it starts to look like his friend knows that if he puts the glasses on, he's going to see things that he can't unsee. So he is like fighting him. It is a long, drawn out scene of them physically fighting in an alley. And it's all because his friend does not want to put the glasses on to see what is really going on. And it just makes me think about how people refuse to want to know the truth. They will refuse to want to know the truth about things that are going on around them. And it's why there's a lack of connection in communication. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lack of, once you start to do research, once you start to see things, you see them in a different way, you see them on a more spiritual level, everything starts to unfold. Stuff starts to unfold, and it gets to a point where you're just like, I don't even want to talk. Like I can't have a conversation with somebody about something that is so surface level. And I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm just there. Like, I don't know. It gets to a point where I'm like, I don't even want to deal with people anymore. And that is the main reason why, of course there's other reasons where it's like people just get on my nerves. You know what I'm saying? But what is the deeper issue? And for me, that's what it is. There's like a lack of connection. Like there's no connection. And I feel like I'm constantly trying to force this fake connection with them, especially like small talk, just look, first of all, I know you don't like me. You know what I'm saying? Why are we trying to force this? Or, whatever. But yeah, let me know in the comments. How do y'all feel about that? Is that something that y'all deal with? Are you just sick and tired of dealing with people? Or is there a deeper reason or meaning behind that? Let me know. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.